Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, flying my F6F Hellcat. We are over New Guinea, and it looks like I'm in a Tier 3 matchmaker, as I am high Tier 2. You know, this always has the possibility of happening. There are a few other Hellcats over there. The reason I'm playing the Hellcat is because its flight model has been changed. It is far more maneuverable. It's a little easier to fly. Although there are some... I think it's kind of balanced out, I feel, personally. And there are definitely some issues that this plane has that you need to become well versed in. But the Hellcat is a lot of fun to fly. I had a pretty good map. I think it was over Peleliu, per chance, earlier today. But right now, it's tough because while you are more maneuverable, you can turn well, you can even out-turn A6M2s, I've even heard. And the Hellcat was rather maneuverable at high speeds compared to Japanese planes. But the 50s feel like they don't do near as much damage as they used to. The Japanese planes are kind of more durable. It feels. This is just kind of how it feels. And this Hellcat feels rather fragile when hit with those Japanese 20s. Oh, look at that guy. Kind of stalling out right there. So we are hungry for a kill. Let's see. We are in this descent. Kind of disoriented right here. He's not able to dive down as fast or as hard as we are. So he's going to have to pull up. When he does, we're going to pop him. I mean, I don't think he can really make too many evasive maneuvers, so... But that nose, see, look at the nose. Look at the... There's no simple turns. So, still not as maneuverable. Look at that. 10 G's right there. B7A2 trying to sneak up on my cruiser. Look at the nose. Look at the nose. See, that's the toughest thing to do. Look, I can't even bring it on target. High speed, low speed, doesn't really matter. This thing needs to be in a straight line and have been flying in a straight line in order to really bring on the pain. So, who to go for here? I think the clear choice is Serba. Hopefully he's distracted, because that's what we need in order to get our nose. Okay. Alright, so 50s worked well, but that was a lot of hits. Now we're going to try to get this B7A2. He's going down. We're able to... That was a poach, really. But that is my style. Not really... I mean, but certain planes you're going to have to play that way. So another A6M-3 shooting up my friendly P-47. He needs support. I need to learn the chat system. I haven't really become too familiar with it. Alright, so we may get a decent shot here. Oh, jeez, overshot right there. Oh, and he's dead. So we would have had the second bout. Oh, someone's pretty close. Alright, that was fortunate. I don't really want to go heads up because those Japanese cannons are very vicious. I want him to do exactly that. Just kind of try to get away. Allow me to turn. And look at that Hellcat turn rate. That is just... this is a fun plane now. Try to cut him off with my shots there. Nose wasn't really working with me here. B7A2 again, another one. Whoa. Alright. Alright, I think we may have this guy. If we can get our nose to cooperate. He's smoking. He's not doing too hot, and he's got another Spitfire on him now. I think we're going to be able to get this guy. I think we got it. Alright, so that worked out rather well. Whoa. He was distracted. This B-72, we could get another torpedo snipe. He's going after my Spitfire, but this guy probably needs the most help. The other one would be easier, but I need to help the team. No critical. Pressed the wrong button there. I was hoping for a critical, even a pilot snipe. Ever the optimist in these dogfighting situations. Hellcat is a ton of fun, guys. Whoa. That was fortunate. All he needed was 120 to hit. Come on, we gotta save our teammate. We're gonna fire from a little further out. It doesn't look like we saved our teammate. No, it does not, unfortunately. How are we sitting 4? This could be an ace. We're gonna do things we shouldn't ever do. Go heads up with 20s. There's the ace. I think that was a pure ace too. Huh. If it was, that's my first one. Where, I mean, I got 5 players. So, the Hellcat's a boss. What's interesting is I think this Hellcat, going back, if it is, I will put it in the video description below, but I think the Hellcat may have been way back when I first started playing this game, the first plane that I got, and what I called an ace in arcade mode. And at the time, that was a big accomplishment for me. But, so 5 kills. I think they were all human controlled. There was no AI. We can double check it. We got some nice awards, and I like the changes in the pictures there. Got some nice battle trophies. Research for that shooting star is going slow. We got free RP. Modifications research, vehicle research. This is the thing. Vehicle research goes slow. In the new system. Yeah, no AIs. So we did well. Did rather well. And the Japanese were pretty competent too. There was only 3 of us who managed to down planes. Things kind of went right. It was pretty good. We we dodged that B-72. Was probably the guy who had the best shot on us. And we went heads up with him, which was ballsy and foolish and not smart. But we got away with it. So, feeling pretty good about that. All modifications are researched in this. So, see, look at that. We got so many points. And it looks like it went to free research, or maybe it was doubled up. Free research points. I would like it to have gone to this. That guy has 400,000 research points. That needs to be done, but the moral of the story is this. The Hellcat in patch 1.37 is very good. It is playable now, whereas previously I wouldn't touch this thing in realistic battles. And in arcade battles it was decent. It can carry a lot of punch with those bombs and rockets, but you're not going to load yourself up like that in a realistic battle unless there's no enemy fighters that you have to worry about and you just want to do some ground and pound. So that's basically never going to happen. We were able to kill a couple tier 3s, which was good. We got that cool Punisher award, Survivor award, Final Blow. Always helps out getting that extra money. But vehicle research. I want to know your thoughts on what you guys have found to be, what you think of vehicle research. I mean, it's incredibly low. What are ways to kind of do it faster? You know, what we've experienced in previous patches, and they're tempering with the system, and we know whenever they have messed up, they fixed it, so I try to stay very positive. There are some downsides to this patch, but there were some downsides to previous patches. You have to remember that, and things were generally fixed, if not in little mini patches, but by the next patch. I mean, but that at the end of the day, currently this game is about fighting planes, and I had a hell of a time in my Hellcat. I guess pun intended right there. Worked out very well. I got to accomplish something I never have, and it just seems almost poetic in that I did it in the Hellcat, which I think was my, or maybe, I don't know, it was the A6M2N, but then the Hellcat, I think, was close thereafter of what I called a perfect game. Getting 5 kills and not dying. which I think is pretty cool. You know, for me personally, haven't done it. I've gotten so many games with 4 kills, or 4 kills and then a couple AIs. It's just silly. So it was awesome. But I think in that game I didn't really run into it. But in previous games against certain planes, I didn't think the 50s were as potent as maybe they were in previous patches. Would you guys agree with that? What have you experienced? It turns, oh my gosh, it turns so well. So in those rolling dog fights, kind of on the shoreline we just had, that was fun. That is the type of engagements that I personally really, really enjoy. So we'll take a look at the research tree. We have 1,743. It is a big grind now. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the execution, but this is one of those things, like, you try to do something, you have a goal, you're like, this is what we want to do, let's try this way. And you find out it may need tweaking or it may not be the best system. I was a fan of 20 tiers, and each time you open up a tier, you open up the next ones. They're trying out this system. We'll see if it's permanent. Merry Christmas. But we'll see if it's permanent. I did it again. If it is permanent, and if it will be tweaked. So right now, this Hellcat is probably, and I was wrong. It wasn't high tier 2. It was, I guess, lower tier 2. But I did well. It is competent enough to fight tier 3s, especially Japanese tier 3s, as we just saw. BF-109s are tough. I went a heads-up situation with F4. Not a good idea, guys. Definitely not a good idea. I try to avoid heads-up, but when you're looking for that 5th kill, you're going to do it. Anyway, yeah, so cool thing is 20,000 subscribers now. I just want to reiterate that. I hope you watched that video. That I'm very thankful for that. There's nothing better than doing what you love and then having other people being supportive and enjoying the fact that you do what you love. I really appreciate your support. It's huge. Everyone has bad days. So just remember that. Everyone has bad days, everyone has good days. But when I have bad days, it's a lot of your guys' support, kind words of affirmation, and just kind of motivating things that just really get me back on the horse. And by that horse, I mean my Hellcat. And yeah, I'm gonna say it. Tanks are on the horizon. And this, whenever I see Hellcat, it reminds me of American tanks. Anyway, my name is Baron. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for your support. Make sure to give this video some love. Do you like the Hellcat? Do you love the Hellcat as much as I do? What other American planes have been altered for the better? We know the B-25 has taken a Nerf hammer to the face. But I mean, there are pros and cons to everything. If that's what you were playing all the time, now it actually gets you to fly some other planes. We weren't flying the Hellcat. A lot of people were flying the B-25. Things are reversed. These patches kind of force you to look into other planes so you're not as, one-track minded as you may have previously been. Anyway, pull the trigger on that like button, and I am out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty humbled, very excited, and even more ambitious. We've hit 20,000 subscribers. I mean, it's pretty awesome to have gotten to this point, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. The truth is, between you and I, the community, is I started doing videos